Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Citizens FEAT open mic section. And today we have Jale joining us, and I'll pass it on directly to you, Jale. There's something you'd like to talk about, something that inspires you directly to.
I think I should probably apologise for treating every other section as the open mic, because any point I'm just like, do you want to know something cool about that? And off on. Yes, I apologise for that. I was
don't, man. That's all good stuff, man. That's
getting carried away.
Yeah, we do that. We do that a lot ourselves, so don't worry about it, man.
I'm going to share a soapbox thought with you.
I love those.
It comes up a lot, and it's in response to an attitude that I think people say, which is, why do you care about that bit? That's just the lore. The lore doesn't matter as much as the gameplay. And I agree that the gameplay's got to be good, before the lore's got to be good. That's certainly true. But people say that in response to everything. And I just want to share my opinion on this and see what you guys think. Lore exists to make the game a bit more fun. And that can be from the idea that you're being shot with a gun is a narrative thing rather than you're being hit with a particle, right? And if the lore is bad, it should be changed, because it's just like, if you think about the music is there to make your experience more fun. If the music was so bad that we tell everyone to turn it off before they even start the game, we would say that the music should be changed. So if someone turns around and says, it shouldn't matter, just ignore it, I can never understand that attitude. I think, everything should be at the quality of every, we should have the high standards of quality on everything from the design, the graphics, the gameplay, and the explanation of what the gameplay is around us. So I want to push back against the people who say, why do you care about that? It's just the lore. Every little bit matters.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. I think without the lore, the whole rest is kind of mundane and pointless, maybe, to a certain degree. I mean, I get gamers who just want to jump into a game and fly around with a spaceship and shoot it, but I, for myself, want to know who made the spaceship, why is it shaped the way it is, what sort of weapons does it equip, and for what reasons, and we actually get all that in Star Citizen, and I think it deepens the gaming experience in itself. And I'm sure you don't have to be interested in it, but in my opinion, you're definitely missing out on so many layers that come with it that create a completely different experience. I mean, yeah, you can fly to Grimhacks and get off your ship and walk around and buy stuff and get off again, but don't you want to know more about this place? Why does it look the way it looks? Why is there trash everywhere? Why are those dudes so unfriendly when you enter the shop instead of just selling you the stuff you want? It's lure is important.
I agree. I think I absolutely agree. I mean, there's PvP players that just are into overcoming another human being, and I don't mean to just say that with PvP players. That's a bit. And again, I do a lot of PvPing these days, so I don't want to pigeonhole anyone. And I don't want to say PvE players are into lore. A lot of PvE players are just into the meta and maximizing money and all that stuff, right? So forget about the comment I made about PvP or PvE players. But for me, I actually think when we get into the verse and we fly around and we know it's only one solar system. And we know the NPCs are all dead and meaningless and lifeless. And we know that, hey, there might only be 10 people on a server, right? But I actually think one thing that fuels us, it's definitely not, and then we're facing 1,000 different bugs. I actually think even people that ignore the law, the back end of their brain is simulating this huge universe where there is Vanduul out there. There's this possibility of anything that can happen out there. There's civilizations out there. There's unexplored space out there. That's at the back of their brain. And that's why they come into the verse. And all of that stuff is fueled by the law. But these guys don't realize it even. It's kind of a subconscious sort of illusion that we all have when we go into a single system game, which is lifeless in a way, and you might have 10 people on the server or 20 people, but it's my imagination. I've kind of analyzed myself. It's the imagination deep in my consciousness that when I'm flying around, I'm like, oh, anything's possible in this verse. It's this huge universe that I'm flying in, sort of thing. And that's all fueled by the lore. And we're not even seeing any of it yet. Like, we don't see any aliens or sort of special characters that, that kind of tie into any kind of really deep lore yet. But if we had the quest givers and all that stuff around. So I'm with you, Jale. Like, I think what makes a game elite...
I absolutely agree with that perspective, but I will tell you this from a player that actually was on the other end of that. The only reason why I'm into lore now is because of this show. When Ace and Maz and I decided that we were going to do this show, when we were building the structure of the show, I kind of threw it out there like, yeah, I'd like to have some lure just because other people were interested in it. And then they were like unanimously, those two were, oh yeah, definitely. We got to have that. So I was the player that was the PvE player, or the player that would look at lure like, you a bunch of fucking fanboys. Why are you getting that deep into this fictional shit? I just want to play the game, jump in, bust heads, fucking craft some shit, build some shit, and move the fuck on. Even though, like, I would get deep into the game with diplomacy and RPing, I just never got into the lore. But the longer that we have done the show and the more research I have done, my experience in game feels more holistic. As Maz was saying, it's tapping into your subconscious mind, even though you are conscious of the lure now. Subconsciously, your imagination, your experience, your immersion goes up with the lure. To me, now it's no different than staying up on, say, my favorite fictional series. If I were to read books, that's lore in itself. I was real big into Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine series there for a while. A lot of trash novels, but I just consumed a lot of those. This reminds me a lot of that. So now that I know more about lore, I have gotten myself to where my appetite and interest in wanting to know more is higher. And the more that I learn, the more I enjoy the game, outside of the bugs and the practical issues that we have with the development. It's more holistic.
Yeah.
And you've all raised really interesting points, and I think it is to the credit of Star Citizen that you can play the game ignoring and not read any lore document, and it'll be a really fun game, and it's really intuitive and immersive, and that's not a wrong way to play it. I'm not trying to say be superior about well, I've read all the books, so therefore I'm the better fan. No, that's bullshit. The Star Citizen's a great game regardless of whether or not you get invested. But I think this subconscious level stuff of the general narrative design, it speaks to how well CIG have built everything on lore, or with lore in mind, because it's the element of the iceberg and you write the tip that's above the water. So the reason anybody can look at Anvil ships and see Anvil ship design through it and what that represents, and that is going to be linked in some sense through the ideas that is part of what we call the lore. I mean, it's sometimes hard to draw a box around what we really define as lore and what we define as just the artistic style of the game. But that is to their strength that they've chosen to build it in that way. It allows people to have an immediate reaction to it, and also there's a depth that people can explore if they so choose. And I think we're all in agreement on that.
Yeah,
I just thought it might be a fun topic to discuss.
Oh yeah.
So thanks for your thoughts.
All right, Moz.
Matt, nothing really too deep here, really. My thoughts are just on CitizenCon. I'm just waiting 2 weeks for CitizenCon to come out. I need that shot in the arm, so nothing philosophical.
Yeah, it looks like you're drooling a little bit.
I am drooling a little bit.
I'm ready too, man. I'm excited about it. I'm ready to get my channel launched. I know you got yours, and you're gonna be doing all night, all day kind of thing going on with you. You're gonna be up. You're not gonna get any sleep. Lots of coffee and caffeine.
Yeah.
My colleague, the Astropub, who I do a law podcast with on his channel, Paul Shelley, who goes by the Astropub, he's doing a 24-hour long stream the day after CitizenCon, and I'll be on the last session, I believe. So is it
Shelley? Because I would not fucking be up 24 hours doing that shit.
I'm going to be trying to help carry him through the 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. session on the graveyard shift the day after. So,
God bless him.
How did you feel about the schedule? I felt it was a little thin. I like all the panels that I've got, but I felt it was a little thin on how much I was expecting them to put on.
Yeah, I haven't actually analysed it yet, even though I'm so I've just been so busy today. But that's something I'm going to get stuck into. But I haven't. I know they've released the web page, but yeah, I haven't checked it out yet, Jale.
Oh, I guess it depends a little bit on the depth and length of the panels in the end, and I'm really curious to see what they do. Can't really say. I'm not really excited.
Yeah, I mean, there's CitizenCon and then there's this 315 as well. It's just two huge things that are coming that for me are like Christmas presents. So, yeah, I got nothing to say. I'm just like a kid in a candy store at the moment and can't wait for 315. I'm sure it's going to be buggy. It's going to be painful, but there's going to be a lot of changes. The database, the iCache stuff for the inventory system, medical gameplay, hospital, huge. It's not just another planet. It's just not another ship. I'm not interested in that stuff anymore. I want the technical foundation to get stronger, desync to go, server meshing to happen, and these kind of gameplay pillars that are in other games, like an inventory system that works, so things like that. So that stuff really excites me. And then we've got CitizenCon as well. So yeah, that's my open mic for this week. It's just fanboyism.
Fanboyism. On my end, what I'd like to do is give a shout out to everyone, our guests, the individuals that are subscribing, the individuals that are commenting on the videos, sharing, liking, all of that. We really appreciate it. It's been 3 months now. It's hard to believe it's already been 3 months. We're going to continue to focus on improving production quality, continuing to bring on guests, and deliver to you our version, our take on Star Citizen, the media releases, our opinions, to give you that show from our perspective. There are other shows, and I encourage you to watch the other shows, because everyone is bringing you their personality and their take, and everyone has a different flavor. But we really appreciate it. But outside of that, we just really want to say that we appreciate that, and we're going to continue to grind hard to make sure that we improve every single thing that we can every single week. And we got a good host group, and I want to thank them as well, because without them, we wouldn't be able to deliver this.
To any potential guests, it's a pleasure to come on. It's been a lovely experience, and I can recommend guesting on the show to anyone.
Thanks, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much, man. Ace, have you had your open mic?
No, and my open mic is going to be, about it. It's the Argo Cargo, and it's...
Okay, we're done.
Cut.
No, we're not done. Damn it.
Subscribe. See you later next week.
So,
bye, I'm out. Camera off.
Ace, before you continue, I'm on the Argo Cargo, but I'm not on the boo, the Argo Cargo with salt. I'm on the jokey side of boo, Argo Cargo, if that makes sense, right? So
Yeah, it
yeah.
does make sense.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it very much does make sense.
And I'm
Yeah.
not really that aggressive about it myself. I just think there are better ships than the Argo Cargo, but I
Yeah.
see what they did there.
I made some memes, and someone said to me, I was in game and I saw a newbie who'd got out of Crusader's atmosphere and then they couldn't quantum anywhere, and we realised that they'd been in Argo Cargo. That's your fault. And to which I said, I wish that was my fault, because that's fucking hilarious.
So he made a meme video too, didn't you?
Oh, I made a couple of silly videos.
Yeah. So
I wish I wish I'd had more time, because I was going to do. Do you remember The Simpsons, the Canyonero? Canyonero.
Yeah.
I had lyrics written. Yeah. Oh well.
Well, next time. There's
time.
always next year's.
Congratulations, Argo Cargo owners. Actually, it's not even that bad. I don't know why everyone got so. The top 4 ships got bloody skins, so who cares about the Argo Cargo? And
I mean,
that was my point. Who cares about the Argo Cargo?
yeah,
That's too silly to care
whole
about.
thing is, the main point of it was it added a little extra fun without too much effort, and everybody could take place, everybody could have an opinion, everybody could chip in on the memes.
It did a lot of activity on that. That was very comical.
Yeah, it's very whimsy. I enjoyed the whimsy of it all, but
That's a better word. It was very whimsical.
Yeah, I mean, everything that gets people more involved into the game and drags them on, even if they're not actively playing, but spending their time somehow with Star Citizen, I welcome it. So from my point of view, it was a great election. Was a very fun time. I had very much fun creating memes all the time and sharing with friends. It was great.
I'm gonna make a plug for Jale. The ABC of Star Citizen, you need to watch.
Yeah, that was funny, man.
I was trying to teach myself rotoscoping for that, and it so you can see it's so janky, but it was funny.
It was funny, man. It was funny. I laughed, and it's hard to get me to laugh. Seriously,
man. And for a meme, actually, you want it to not work perfectly.
It was endearingly terrible.
It was great the way it was. It's okay, but that was my open mic for this week.
No worries. Thanks
everybody
Ace.
for the participation in the elections. It was fun.
Congratulations, Argo owners. You get a backpack, an ugly orange backpack.
I think we all get, every backer gets the backpack.
I'll be deleting mine, Jale. It's my first giveaway on my stream. Just kidding, guys. Everyone, please also follow and support Jale. He's such a treasure to have in this community. I thank you, God, that he's in the Star Citizen community with all of his passion and his talents. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Where else can we follow you, Jale? Where else?
I'm really only on YouTube and Twitter, and I do put a lot of stuff up on Reddit as well. But everyone, if you see the Reddit, you see the Reddit. Not many people do follows on Reddit.
And your handle on Twitter is?
It's at JALE, and then I've got my name in Sheehan and Barner as well. So there's hyphen XEL hyphen JELA. Jale is the.
Don't worry, it'll be below. We'll put it down.
Yeah, it's not an easy one to explain.
Bloody linguistics. Couldn't keep it simple. Good job.
Jale was taken because it's a really common name in India, apparently.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Hit that subscribe button. Write any comments and feedback below on the YouTube video below, or you can email us at thecitizenfeed@gmail.com. We appreciate your support and all the interaction, guys. Help us reach more citizens by smashing the like button, and come back to the next episode as well. Until next time, my friends, Alteko Nia Hai. Did I say that right?
Oh, he got it.
Did I say that right?
Close enough.
Close enough.